did was over a year ago now in Nashville, 90 miles ago. That's scary. But what's so cool about it is that every time we're doing this, every walk is different. Every walk is a decision for people to show up. You know, we've had walks of 50 people, we've had walks of almost 1,000 people, but the choice of people to show up and say, you know what, I'm going to come, I'm going to do this walk with you guys today, I'm going to follow the three crazy Hanson guys down the road in Baltimore, and, you know, by the way, we get to see the sights a little bit, see the bay, but the reason we walk is very simple. It's the realization that we, especially as a generation of people today, have so many tools that we can use to face really big challenges by doing simple things. The journey for us started by going to Africa and seeing how doctors and incredible people are working on the ground in villages and face-to-face with people that are struggling with AIDS and extreme poverty every day. And they're not downtrodden, but they're looking at the fact that they need people that are ready to invest time and energy. They need people that are willing to take simple actions to provide really tangible, real things. Last year, the goal was to help start with a pair of shoes. And thanks to you guys and so many thousands of people like you guys, Tom Shoes provided thousands of pairs of shoes, one pair of shoes at a time. You know, the idea with the walks now, and it's much inspired by walkers, inspired by people that have come out, is that shoes are an incredible thing to provide. That's one of the reasons why we walk barefoot, is because we can recognize how these small things, like even a simple pair of shoes, will truly change the life of somebody struggling with poverty every day, that's struggling with having very little access to resources. Who has Tom Shoes here? Because I saw quite a few of them from nice work. So the reality that every one of you guys really does mean a pair of shoes was given. That's the comparison that we're all trying to draw here. The parallel that we're trying to draw. So the idea with the walks now is not only can you guys do more, not only can you buy a pair of Tom Shoes and know that a pair is given, but we can begin to look at the simple things we can do every day to make a difference. And today, your 1 mile, this little stroll that we're doing on a beautiful day in Baltimore, is actually an ability for you guys to make a difference and be a part of something much larger than this 1 mile that we're doing. This is a part of, did you say Obama?
Obama, that's right.
He's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but yeah! Good for you.
You think you're Obama?
Yeah.
Bring the chicken!
Exactly. Totally. But you guys are literally a part of doing not only a walk here, but a walk around the world. Every one of these cities, every city that we're on this tour, we're counting every one of your miles. You're deciding to count your mile, but putting it down, saying you showed up, and you have the ability to say how you want your mile to count. Tom Shoes is one way that you can say you're going to make your mile count, because we're going to give $1 for everybody that came here, everybody that puts their name down. You can decide if you want to provide a pair of shoes, make your mile count that way. If you want to make sure it goes to drill a clean water well, to help build a school, to help provide medicine for mothers with HIV, or to provide access to health care. But the real thing is, the real key here is what we do once we do the walk, what comes from the walk. Everybody has something different to bring to the table, and what's unique about our generation is we could actually challenge ourselves to really look at how we could go direct to give. There's so many more ways to go directly to the doctors that are on the ground, to people literally providing a pair of shoes, one shoe at a time. And you guys are one of the first generations we are ever to be able to connect directly with people that are doing that work so instantaneously. I mean, look at all these cameras. Look at all of who's got a phone here, right? That's an ironic thing to even ask. Everybody has a phone. We communicate with each other every day so instantly. So the challenge for us is, will we be the sort of generation that is comfortably on the sidelines, or will we be a generation that really decides to take action in simple ways, to look at the challenges that seem too big and actually become the ones that face them? You know, there hasn't been as much talk about Paris Hilton in the last few months, thankfully, but it scares me, because I think, you know, there's the one example of what we can represent to our kids of, like, you know, the celebrity obsession. Or you guys could be, so do we want to be like the generation that's represented by the Paris Hiltons of the world, you know, where we're chasing celebrity and kind of stupidity? Or do you guys want to represent something that is greater, something that comes from you, a generation that's going to take action against real issues, 1% at a time? And that's what the walk's about, that we're doing something simple today. You guys are joining a few crazy guys walking down the street, but it's an awesome display. So we're at about halfway point. We're going to walk straight back to the other way, and you guys are amazing. Thanks for walking with us. dude said it was a 6.